Welcome to this walking meditation. Today we're going to explore the power of intuition, the voice within you that always knows what you need. As we walk, we'll focus on the breath, tune into our inner guidance, and let go of external noise. The goal is to connect more deeply with our inner selves, our intuition, and the wisdom that resides within. Take a moment to bring your awareness to your breath. As you walk, notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest. Feel the life force that moves through you. Breathe in deeply through your nose and slowly exhale through your mouth. Let each inhale fill you with vitality, and each exhale release any tension or stress you may be holding. Let's take 3 deep breaths together. Inhale deeply, hold for a moment, exhale, letting go. Again, inhale deeply and hold. Exhale, feeling the release. One more time. Inhale and exhale, letting yourself relax into the rhythm of walking. With each step you take, feel yourself arriving more fully into the present moment. There are steps you can take to tune into yourself. Step 1, slow down and focus on the breath. Each inhale draws you inward, while each exhale releases distractions and tension. Let your breath guide you to a place of stillness within, where your mind begins to quiet and your awareness sharpens. Step 2, observe without judgment. As thoughts come and go, don't try to change them. Don't analyze or judge them. Simply observe them, like clouds passing in the sky. This practice creates a space of inner silence where your deeper voice can emerge. Step 3, ask yourself simple questions. Gently ask yourself, what do I feel? What do I want? What excites me? These questions open the door to your intuition. The answers may not come immediately, but by asking, you invite your inner voice to speak. Step 4, practice silence. Silence is the medium through which your intuition speaks. The more you cultivate moments of quiet and stillness, the more clearly you'll hear that voice inside. This could be in meditation, during a quiet walk, or simply sitting in a peaceful space. Your inner voice, also known as your intuition, is the part of you that always knows what's right for you. It's the voice of your authentic self, untouched by outside influences or fears. It isn't loud or forceful, but rather gentle and subtle. It communicates through feelings, sensations, images, or quiet thoughts. Often, it doesn't shout for attention. Instead, it waits patiently for you to slow down, become still, and listen. This voice is your compass. It doesn't rely on logic or what should be done based on society's standards. Instead, it is guided by your deepest truth, by what aligns you with your core being. Sometimes your inner voice can tell you things that may seem irrational to the logical mind, but when you follow it, you will often find it leads to peace, joy, and alignment with your higher self. The inner voice often speaks through your body as much as your mind. It may be a sense of calm or unease. It might feel like an expansion of joy when something is right, or a subtle contraction when something is off. When you feel lightness, excitement, or curiosity, it's often your inner voice saying yes. When you feel dread, anxiety, or heaviness, it's often your intuition warning you. You know that something resonates with your true self when it feels like a full body yes. This is the feeling of being in alignment with your inner truth. This is your feelings of resonance. Your inner voice doesn't scream for your attention. It's more of a whisper or a nudge. You might sense it when you're still, or it might come to you in quiet moments when your mind isn't cluttered with thoughts. Sometimes when external circumstances feel overwhelming, or when you're flooded with opinions from others, your inner voice will offer a sense of clarity. It's that quiet knowing that cuts through the noise. So how do you strengthen your connection to your inner voice? Trust. One of the biggest barriers to hearing your inner voice is doubt. We often second guess ourselves, thinking, is that really my intuition, or am I just making this up? Learning to trust that quiet voice is key. Trust it, even if it seems illogical, and observe how it guides you over time. Patience. Your inner voice won't always give you immediate answers. Sometimes it asks for patience. You might get a subtle feeling or a small hint, and it's up to you to follow it step by step. As you develop your relationship with your inner voice, the guidance will become clearer. Detachment from external noise. Constantly seeking validation or approval from others can drown out your inner voice. When we rely too heavily on other people's opinions, we disconnect from our own truth. Cultivate the habit of checking in with yourself before turning to others for advice. Ask yourself, what do I feel about this? Before considering outside input. Listening to your body. Your body is deeply connected to your intuition. Practice paying attention to how you feel physically when faced with choices or decisions. Do you feel relaxed, open, and at ease? Or do you feel tense, heavy, or conflicted? These physical cues are often your inner voice speaking to you through your body's wisdom. Think of your inner voice as a wise, compassionate guide within. Like any relationship, it takes time and attention to strengthen your bond with it. The more you listen, the more it speaks, and the more you act on its guidance, the more confident you will become in its wisdom. Here are some practices that can help you cultivate a deeper relationship with your inner voice. Journaling. Writing down your thoughts, emotions, and experiences can help you tune into your inner voice. Often when you write freely without judgment, your intuition speaks through the words that flow. Meditation. Taking time in stillness each day allows you to hear the quiet voice of intuition. You don't have to meditate for hours. Even a few moments of deep breathing and silence can help you reconnect. Regular meditation creates a space of quiet where you can listen to your inner guidance. In meditation, try asking your inner voice for guidance on a specific question or issue, and then sit in silence, allowing the answer to come when it's ready. Mindful walking. As you walk, practice tuning into how your body feels, how your breath flows, and what emotions arise. Let this be a time to connect with the sensations of your body and any inner wisdom that surfaces. Creative expression. Whether through art, music, writing, or movement, creative expression allows you to access deeper layers of yourself. Your intuition often speaks through creativity, showing you what you truly desire and what lights you up. What did you love as a child? What made you feel alive and joyful? Often the things that excited us as children hold clues to our true desires and passions. Taking care of yourself, your body, mind, and soul strengthens your ability to hear your inner voice. When you're well rested, nourished, and at peace, your intuition becomes clearer. Spend time in nature or in solitude. Walk, sit, or simply be. In these moments of quiet, your inner guidance will naturally rise to the surface. Your inner voice is always available, guiding you toward the highest good. It's the part of you that holds your deepest truths, your soul's desires, and your authentic path. While the world around you may offer countless opinions and advice, only you hold the key to what is truly right for you. The more you honor your inner voice, the more aligned your life will become. Decisions will feel clearer, relationships will feel more authentic, and your sense of self will deepen. You don't need someone else to tell you what to do, because all the answers are already within you. In this way, the universe that you create is a reflection of the inner world you cultivate. As you listen to your inner voice and trust its guidance, you align more fully with your true purpose, attracting the right people, opportunities, and experiences that resonate with your highest self. Listening to your inner voice is an act of self-love. It's about honoring your truth and trusting in the wisdom that resides within you. When you live from this place, you'll find peace, clarity, and a deeper connection to yourself and the world around you. It's important to realize that always asking others for advice or opinions can disconnect us from our own truth. When we repeatedly seek external validation, we send a message to our subconscious that we don't trust ourselves, that we don't know what's best for us. Remember, no one knows you better than you. No one has lived your experiences or felt your emotions. Trust that your intuition knows what is best for you, even if it's different from what others might say. By constantly turning outward for answers, you block your connection to the deep well of wisdom within. As you walk, Remember that the answers you seek are already within you. You don't need someone else to tell you what to do or how to feel or what path to take. When you tune into your own inner passions, desires, and dreams, you begin to create your life from a place of truth and authenticity. Your intuition is your personal compass. If you follow what excites you, what brings you joy, you'll naturally align with your purpose. You don't need anyone else's permission to pursue what makes you feel alive. When we talk about the universe being inside you, it's more than just a poetic idea. It's a reflection of the vast potential, wisdom, and creative energy that exists within every person. The outer universe, with its endless galaxies, stars, and mysteries, mirrors the inner universe that resides in each of us. Just as the cosmos holds the building blocks of life, so too does your inner world contain the seeds of your own growth, purpose, and truth. What does it mean to have the universe inside you? Just as the universe is ever expanding, your inner self holds limitless potential. You are constantly evolving, growing, and changing, and within you is the power to create your own reality. This creativity is not just about artistic expression, but also about how you shape your life, your relationships, and your experiences. The choices you make and the energy you bring to the world contribute to the reality you experience. The more you tune into your inner universe, the more aligned you become with your authentic path and true potential. Your inner universe holds deep wisdom, often expressed through your intuition. Intuition is that quiet, knowing voice that comes from a place beyond logic and reason, guiding you towards what feels right for you. It is the voice that whispers truths that your mind may not yet understand, yet somehow you know to be true. Tapping into this wisdom is like accessing the universal intelligence that flows through all things, including you. This wisdom often surfaces in moments of stillness, during meditation, or when you are deeply connected to yourself. It's important to remember that your intuition is not something external. It doesn't come from others or the world around you. It comes from the vast inner universe that is always there, waiting for you to listen. When you realize that the universe exists within you, you also begin to understand that you are connected to everything around you. You are not separate from the world. You are a part of the same universal energy that flows through every living thing. This interconnectedness reminds you that just as the universe functions in harmony, so too can your life. You are capable of living in balance with your desires, your relationships, and your environment, as long as you listen to the natural rhythms of your inner world. To access the vastness of your inner universe, you must first create space for it. The external world is often loud and distracting, pulling your attention away from your inner self. But the universe inside you speaks softly. It requires stillness and silence to be heard. Practices like meditation, deep breathing, walking, or simply spending time in nature allow you to quiet the external noise and tune into the vast space within you. Your inner voice, or intuition, is the guide that navigates your inner universe. It's important to develop the habit of listening to this voice. It may not always be loud, and it often competes with the chatter of your mind, the opinions of others, and the noise of daily life. But this inner voice knows what is best for you. It understands your deepest desires, your highest calling, and your true needs. The more you practice listening, the stronger this voice will become. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? What excites me? What brings me peace? These are the questions that can guide you towards your authentic self. The answers come from within, from the core of your inner universe, not from the outside world. Just as the universe is constantly unfolding, so is your life. There is no rush to figure everything out or to know all the answers. Trust that the answers will reveal themselves as you continue to tune into your inner world. The universe doesn't force growth, it allows it to happen naturally in its own time. Similarly, trust that your path will unfold as you stay connected to your inner wisdom. Each step you take, each decision you make from a place of alignment will guide you closer to your true self. You are the creator of your reality. One of the most profound realizations that comes with recognizing the universe inside you is the understanding that you are the creator of your reality. The outer world reflects the inner world. When you are aligned with your inner universe, when you listen to your intuition, follow your passions, and trust yourself, you begin to shape your external life in ways that reflect your authentic desires. Manifestation is the process of bringing your inner desires into reality. It's the act of taking the energy of your thoughts, emotions, and intentions and using them to create tangible results in the world. When you tune into your inner universe, you gain clarity on what you truly want, and this clarity allows you to manifest with intention. You become more aware of what excites you, what brings you joy, and what aligns with your higher purpose. As you focus on these things, the universe responds by bringing opportunities, people, and experiences into your life that support your vision. Your inner universe contains your deepest truths, who you are at your core, beyond the roles you play or the expectations placed on you by society. When you live in alignment with these truths, you create a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. This alignment is not about perfection. It's about living in harmony with your inner self. When your thoughts, actions, and desires are aligned with your truth, you experience a deep sense of peace and satisfaction. Once you understand that the universe resides within you, the need for constant external validation diminishes. You realize that you don't need someone else to tell you what job to take, which career path to follow, or how to feel. You don't need others to validate your choices because you trust yourself and your inner knowing. This inner confidence frees you from the pressure to conform to other people's expectations or seek approval. You become the authority of your own life, guided by the wisdom and power within you. The universe inside you is constantly interacting with the universe around you. And when you are aligned with your inner self, when you are in tune with your passions, your desires, and your authentic path, the external universe responds in kind. This is often referred to as the law of attraction, but at its core, it's simply about resonance. The energy you emit from your inner universe attracts similar energy from the world around you. When you are at peace with yourself, you attract peaceful situations. When you are confident in your path, you attract opportunities that align with your goals. When you are loving towards yourself, you attract relationships that reflect that love. The outer world mirrors your inner world. By cultivating a deep connection with your inner universe, you align yourself with the flow of life. Instead of forcing or struggling to make things happen, you allow life to unfold naturally, trusting that your inner wisdom will guide you toward what is meant for you. By recognizing that the universe exists within you, you step into a powerful realization. You are not separate from the vastness of life. You are life. Everything you need to navigate your journey, wisdom, strength, creativity, and love already exist within you. You are the creator, the guide, and the expression of the universe. And by listening to your inner voice, you can live a life that is deeply aligned with your true self. It's important to realize that always asking others for advice or opinions can disconnect us from our own truth. When we repeatedly seek external validation, we send a message to our subconscious that we don't trust ourselves, that we don't know what's best for us. No one has lived your experiences or felt your emotions. Trust that your intuition knows what is best for you, even if it's different from what others might say. By constantly turning outward for answers, you block your connection to the deep well of wisdom within. Seeking advice and guidance from others is a natural and sometimes necessary part of life. There are times when we genuinely need input from trusted friends, mentors, or experts, especially when facing unfamiliar situations or when we're exploring new perspectives. In these moments, external opinions can provide helpful insights, spark ideas, or help us consider things we might not have thought of on our own. However, constantly turning to others for answers, especially in matters that pertain to your inner world, personal decisions, or life path, can disconnect you from your own intuition and inner wisdom. This habit can have significant implications on your sense of self and your confidence and your ability to make choices for your own life. When you frequently rely on others to tell you what's right for you, you send a powerful message to your subconscious. I don't know what's best for me. This can slowly erode your confidence in your own ability to make decisions, diminishing your self-trust. Over time, you may find it harder to listen to or even hear your inner voice because you've trained yourself to defer to external sources rather than your internal guidance. Each time you ask someone else for advice without first consulting yourself, you're reinforcing the belief that their opinion is more valid or trustworthy than your own. This weakens your connection to your intuition and makes it harder to discern what you truly want and need. Everyone has different perspectives, beliefs, and experiences, which means the advice you receive from others will vary widely. If you ask too many people for opinions, especially on personal matters, you're likely to receive conflicting guidance. This can lead to overwhelm, confusion, and paralysis. Instead of finding clarity, you may feel stuck, uncertain which advice to follow, and disconnected from your own preferences and desires. The more voices you invite into your decision-making process, the more noise you have to sift through. This external noise can drown out the subtle, quiet voice of your intuition, making it difficult to discern your own truth. When you rely too heavily on others to make decisions for you, the choices you make may not fully align with who you are or what you truly want. Instead of following your heart or intuition, you might end up following someone else's path, pursuing goals that reflect their desires, not yours. This can lead to feelings of dissatisfaction, disconnection, or even resentment over time, as you realize you're living someone else's version of your life. Authenticity comes from honoring your true self, your values, your passions, your unique path. While external opinions can sometimes help you see things from a new perspective, only you can decide what resonates with your deepest truth. Constantly deferring to others keeps you from fully expressing who you are. When you constantly ask others for their opinions, you give away your personal power. It's as if you're saying, "I don't trust myself to make the right choice, so I need someone else to decide for me." Over time, this leads to a sense of disempowerment. You may feel as though your life is being directed by external forces rather than your own desires and choices. Empowerment comes from trusting your inner voice and recognizing that you have the wisdom and ability to navigate your own life. Each decision you make from a place of inner knowing strengthens your confidence and sense of autonomy. It's okay to seek advice, but do so mindfully. It's important to recognize that seeking advice isn't inherently bad. In fact, there are times when it's both wise and necessary. For example, you might consult someone who has expertise in an area you're unfamiliar with, or you might seek support from a trusted friend during a difficult time. The key is to seek advice mindfully, making sure that it complements your own inner knowing rather than replaces it. Consult yourself first. Before turning to others, take a moment to consult with yourself. Ask yourself what you feel, what you want, and what your intuition is telling you. Sit with the question and allow your inner guidance to surface. This practice strengthens your connection to your intuition and assures that any advice you seek is supplemental, not the primary driver of your decisions. Be selective. If you do seek advice, be intentional about whom you ask. Choose people who understand you deeply, respect your individuality, and support your autonomy. It's important to seek guidance from those who encourage you to listen to your own voice, rather than impose their own opinions or agendas on you. Use advice as a tool, not a crutch. View outside advice as one tool in your decision-making process, but not the sole basis for your decisions. External opinions can offer valuable insights or new perspectives, but they should always be weighed against your own inner wisdom. Ask yourself how the advice aligns with what you already know to be true for you. Set boundaries. Be mindful of when seeking advice becomes an avoidance mechanism. Sometimes we turn to others for advice because we fear making a decision or taking responsibility for our choices. In these cases, it's important to set boundaries for yourself. Limit how many people you ask for advice and commit to making the final decision on your own. The more you rely on your intuition and trust your inner voice, the stronger and more confident you'll become. Each time you make a decision based on your own knowing, you reclaim a bit more of your personal power. You'll begin to notice a deep sense of alignment and authenticity as your life reflects more of your desires rather than the expectations or opinions of others. Listening to your inner voice allows you to create a life that is truly yours. You'll feel more grounded, more confident, and more at peace, knowing that you are following a path that aligns with your highest self. This doesn't mean you won't occasionally seek advice or guidance, but it does mean that you'll do so from a place of strength rather than dependency. Ultimately, the more you trust yourself, the more you'll find that your decisions feel right. Not because someone else told you so, but because they resonate with the truth of who you are. By cultivating trust in your own intuition, you free yourself from the need for constant validation. You begin to live life with a sense of inner direction and clarity, empowered by the knowledge that the best guide you'll ever have is already within you. As we come to the end of this walking meditation, take a moment to appreciate yourself for taking this time to tune into your inner world. With each step, you've moved closer to your true self, your intuition, your inner wisdom. Remember, the universe within you is vast and full of answers. You don't need anyone else to tell you what's best for you. The more you trust yourself, the more confident and joyful you will become. Take one final deep breath in and exhale, releasing any remaining doubts or worries. With this meditation, may you walk forward in life with greater trust in yourself, greater peace in your heart, and a deeper connection to the wisdom that lives within you.